Hello viewers, you're welcome to Express Politics on TVRC. My name is Abiola Michael, and with me in the studio is Dr. Akintunde Somi Vincent. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
It's good to have you.
Same here.
And today on Express Politics, we are going to be talking about Dele Farotimi'S arrest, the fundamental right to free expression. Now, we've seen in the recent times that Dele Farotimi, who happens to be a lawyer and an human rights activist, was arrested due to a book he released titled called The Nigeria and Its Criminal Justice System, where he accused the founder of Afe Babalola University, Afe Babalola himself, who is a legal heavyweight in the legal system of Nigeria, telling him that the Supreme Court has fraudulent judgments in the service of all his clients. So this book was actually giving specific details, calling out names, references, and perceived corruption in the Nigeria's justice system. And he was arrested, which he denied on 16 counts. So this particular day, I would like to ask you, Doctor, do you think his arrest was justified? I mean, what is your stance? Do you think that this man's arrest was justified?
Okay. It's so nice to be here today.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
Let's take a look at the case. Dele Farotimi, I refer to him as Egbo,
Okay.
wrote a book called Nigeria and Its Criminal Justice System,
Yes.
only for justice to show its anger, by truly showing how criminal it is. Let's take a look at the brazen impunity erased from the book, But the justice system also, for instance, take a look at how the power and the mighty, look at how they flex their muscles on him.
Yes.
Look at how the institutions of the government were used, against him. Harassment, intimidation, seizures of phones. On what count? On what charge? See, we need to understand the dichotomy between civil matter and criminal matter. For example, something happened. Is it okay if you accuse somebody who has just like somebody who farted,
Okay.
and you make a kind of you raise a kind of eyebrow? Do you take that as a criminal matter?
No.
It's a civil matter, for crying out loud. So I think we need to do something urgently.
Okay, so they took it too far?
Extremely. To the extreme. Let me put it that way. So like I said, we need to make a juxtaposition, a dichotomy, a proper clarification between civic matter and criminal matter. This is what the government has failed to do in this regard, because he has just raised a kind of allegation talking about the kind of certain brazen impunity, on some eminent Nigeria, but laying him, harassing him, using the state machine. Why not go to court? If you think you are aggrieved, why not just go to court? That's where we have the court there. It shouldn't be done through the back door. You want to witch hunt, you want to intimidate, you want to harass. For what?
I think speaking about the court, it was invited several times, which he didn't show up for.
No. If you listen to the press conference, he explained. He made his own. He made some clarification. And there's what we call jurisdiction issue. I think it was from Ekiti State.
Yes, Ekiti State, you're correct.
And he resides in Lagos.
Yeah.
So there's a kind of. But even if you are going to stay, like I said, why not serve him a letter? You meet in court. It shouldn't be done through through the police.
Yes.
Using police
on what grounds, for God's sake?
to just a single Nigeria. When we have pressing issues in this country, why are you chasing the show? Why are you chasing just a goose? What's it called? A shadow? When we have, look at the situation in the country today, level of insecurity in Nigeria. So, like I said, it's quite unfortunate because the police has been used by this I am mighty, and it's not the first time, it's not the second time. And and it's even when you look at, we have some similar cases too. Like I remember that of Showore back in time in retrospect. But thank God for wisdom. Some of them were able to mount up CCTV. If you watch the CCTV camera, you know that it's not making sense. The way I put I call it a rogue operation. Meted on this on Nigerians. So to me it's uncalled for.
All right, thank you. So now let's jump into the next question. So how do you think that the government can balance the need to maintain public order with the need to protect citizens' right to free expression?
Like I said, we need to look at judiciary. We need to do a very holistic judiciary reform in this country.
Okay. Are you saying that from the roots, or what?
If they are going to balance, if you are going, like you said, to balance a proper system.
Yes. To public order, yes.
To create a public order.
So that citizens can be protected.
We have to look at the rule of law. That's at the basis of any democracy.
Okay.
If you are going to have a sane community, it has to be done within the ambits of the law. What does the law say? Does the law stipulate that you have to go and you have to waylay the Nigerian in the middle of the night, or if not in the middle of the night, must you rough-handed a person who is not even in another country, is still very much in this country? Just because, and again, we also have to be very careful, because I think over time the government seems to be silencing some lone voices. That person does not belong to your party, does not give you does not give you the effrontery, does not give you the power to stample on their right. Just because the man is talking, because I'm beginning to sense some other things. Some political imbalance, some indifferences, some party affiliates and what have you. Just because of that, then you want to trample on his right, and because ordinarily, people have said something worse. People have put down something. In short, in a book, people have put down something worse.
Worse than this.
Against eminent Nigerians, against what's it called, head of states in this, and head are not, they are not loose. They are not. Head are not. Head did not roll. Let me put it that way. So what has he said? The only thing is, if you think he has said something that he has defamed your character, the next thing is to follow the rule of law, to go to court. Okay. Now, using police to harass him, to intimidate him, is amount to lawlessness. Lawlessness. So our police should not be used in such manner.
All right, thank you, sir. So now, the next question goes to that: What do you think is the measure that should be taken in order to make sure that the citizens are able to express themselves freely without fear or fear of arrest? That if I see something now, I won't be arrested. What measures should be in place?
Like I said, there's what we call fundamental human right.
Okay.
And one of the fundamental human rights is the freedom to express yourself.
Okay, but
the power to express yourself freely.
That due to this occasion now, this challenge is facing right now, people cannot be able to speak up again because of the backlash.
It's quite unfortunate.
Okay.
It's quite unfortunate. Like that. See, we have successive governments. What this current government is doing is, like I said, it's totally out of it. We once, was it not here? We had during the period of President Jonathan, when the wife made some assertions, and this issue of there is God, and everything.
Yes.
We were saying it really openly. We've talked about successive government, and nothing has happened. I don't know what this government is actually scared of. We've had over time series of human rights activists who are very outspoken, talk against the government. To the extent even this incumbent government, they went on protests during the Jonathan's regime to talk about the fuel subsidy. None of them were they arrested. None of them were.
So do you think that there's something going on within?
This issue of deliberate, I think there are some other ways to it. We need to look at it from another perspective. I'm beginning to suspect some foul place. Maybe because it belongs to the opposition party. But to me, I think it's quite unfortunate that the man will be facing this kind of situation when we have pressing issue, when we have our police, when we have insecurity, when our farmers are unable to even visit their farms, what's it called? Some state in the north, they are still under the operation of some Lakarawa terrorist group and what have you. So why not, flex your muscles on those people first? Leave all these individuals, if they've said something that seems tantamount or that is negative, what you should admonish individual to do, approach the court. Approach the court and let God be the one to look into it. So like I said, we need to learn how to make a dichotomy between civil matter and criminal matter. I don't see this as a criminal matter. So why should it be? Why should it be treated like a criminal, buckled into the car, or even to the extent that even people who was being followed, you began to suspect his own movement at a point in time. Must you be scared in your country because you raise a kind of brazen impunity that is being melted on Saturday, or that is being done? It's just, even take a look at even the Supreme Court. Is the echelon, is the highest court, is the apex court. So if he has raised a kind of opinion that could be detrimental to the highest court, it is the onus lies on the government to look into it. Because if you cannot trust the Supreme Court, then the whole system is a total failure.
All right, thank you, Doctor. So, lastly, before we round up on Express Politics today, I would like to ask you that we have human rights group. So, what role do they really play in this? Because how would they promote freedom of expression?
I won't be surprised. Take a look at Serap. Recently, Serap was also served his own breakfast. We served their own breakfast too. They also had their breakfast not too long ago.
You're right.
That's Serap. Even the NLC. They are gradually becoming toothless bulldog. When was last time you heard that they even to the extent that some state haven't paid minimum wage? What are they doing about it? The Nigerian Bar Association, what are they also saying? So when you look at it over time, we are beginning to lose the sense of unionism, and that's why. And it started from, it's a gradual process. Back in time in retrospect, when the Nigerian Association of Nigerian Students, when they back, the government will definitely, be very careful. But now, even the Nigerian students, even their election is becoming, people even ask, do we still have them? The NANs. They're no longer, they are gradually becoming politicians too. Moving up and down with green number, NANs, that's always. But back in time in retrospect, when things are not being done, when things are not done right, you will see them at the forefront, and the government listen to them. They were, very vibrant organization, but over time, all of a sudden,
they've lost their voice. Why is
totally?
It
it's still because of the old. This is because when the government has successfully mastered the game, this is what we witness. Take a look at NSC. NSC is also the hub when it comes to Nigerian workers. But can they even why the subsidy was sitting very hard, they were even talking to the government to reduce. Did the government listen? Because they mastered how to silence them. And I mentioned others also, the Nigerian Bar Association, the SERAP, the civil society, the what have you. They are all gradually becoming toothless bulldog. They are even bulldog. They are gradually becoming toothless bingo. Toothless bingo. When they back, the back of a bulldog is right from the bingo back. It backs as if it's hungry. So that's what they are doing now.
Wow.
So it's quite unfortunate that we find ourselves in this kind of situation.
It's quite unfortunate, truly. And do you think that the citizen of Nigeria in the future will have the fundamental right to express themselves freely in the future?
Like I said, we need to do something now. Okay. For example, now what is happening to Farotimi'S currently? What are Nigerians saying about it?
Okay, like the social media is on fire right now, especially
Nigerians. What are we saying about it?
They want. I heard they want to do a protest, a nationwide protest. Yes, by free Dele, Farotimi.
This is not the issue of just protest. It has to be. If everything should be ensured. Perhaps things should be grounded, because see what happened to. We must be very careful. The way people were being silenced right in time. If you look at history as a student of history, Look at the way Kansarowa was silenced. Look at the way the likes of Deligiwa was silenced. This is how it began. I mean, this is the commencement. This is how it commenced. Just play. So we should not allow. We have outgrown that. We've outgrown that level, and we must not allow it to happen. So the earlier the better. I mean, let this man be. Okay. So look at a government without any serious opposition parties is in trouble. Virtually all the states are being cut. Recently, we heard about the Ondo election. APC. Even the state that is being governed by PDP, Edo State, relinquished to APC. Anambra, the only state that is being governed by Habga. Over time now, I don't know what will eventually happen.
What will happen at the end of the day?
So, and it's not a good sign when you don't have a strong opposition party who can put government on their toes, who can create a kind of check and balancing into the system. So, like I said, it's quite unfortunate that we are in this kind of mess.
All right, thank you, Doctor, and we appreciate you. We honor you for coming on the show today. So here you have it, viewers. This is where we draw the curtain on Express Politics on TVLC. Until next time, join us. I remain your humble host, Abiola Michael. Bye for now.